What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Whiskey Ceremony here. So we're going to kind of take today as a little recap, a little stroll down memory lane, if you will. Our last few years of the mods that I've made for FS22. And we'll start with trucks. As you guys know, I like trucks. I've been doing them since FS19. And I have no intention of stopping in FS25. So we'll start down here on the end. The Ford WT9000. So this truck started out as just a basic tandem axle truck. I did a bunch of work to it. Chopped the bumper. Give it different bumper options. And different frame options. Of course, like, I don't know, I kind of went nuts with it. One of the things I've always prided myself in with options is just as adding as many as possible so that you guys can have endless configurations. Same with colors. So just a basic tractor configuration, single tandem stretch. Of course, that's the 74 version. The 72 version has a different front end. Cracker box style cab over. And I did a feed truck as well, just a straight feed truck. Which I think looks really good. I actually really like using this feed truck. The way it sits. Did the same thing with the 74 and the 72. And then I did a straight grain truck. Took the grain bed off of another model that I had. Of course, you can paint it any color you want. Almost similar to the same options as the plain tractor version. And I can't remember. No, I didn't do an AR frame, so I just did a grain truck and a feed truck with these. But I chose like old Cummins sounds. I was gonna do like traditional style Detroit sounds, but I never got around to recording them. Cap tilts forward. There's your engine there. It's all connected. Animated engine fan. So, to work. And opening doors, of course. Just a really nice truck all the way around. Had some issues with it when it was first released, and I got all those fixed. Next one, of course, I like plastic trucks. I always have. I was the fan of the Century, the old Freightliner Century, and the Columbia. The first gen Cascadia looked a little. I'm not a huge fan of it, but the P4, the second gen Cascadia, I just always liked how it looked, inside and out. With this one, I did different cameras. A passenger camera, sleeper. Not sure what's going on up there. Fender camera, kind of copied ATS. That's where this model came from. Detroit sounds, of course. Tilt hood. This is a personal favorite of mine. I did several different. Now we're gonna do that again. For some reason, I'm using an Xbox controller and a keyboard, and the P keeps taking me back to wardrobe instead of to the store. I don't know why. Anyway, I did a couple different versions. The flat top and XT version, and did a day cab as well. Did a single axle and tandem tag, and this was unreleased, but I was experimenting with an AR frame as well. I never got around to releasing that version or finishing that version to release it. Let's see. So I need to make sure that I label things better in FS25. Well, I don't remember. Oh, no, that wasn't it either. There we go. This was the day cab version. Same engine sounds, same interior. And of course, the main one I did is a flat top and as a raised roof condo. Tons by, and I copied basically everything from Freightliner's building price on it. Just tons of different configurations for bearings and steps and all that good stuff. Let's do the full fairings. Leak package, bumper trim, full Aero-X. Let's see, side boxes. And did the Aero-X. That'd be your full-on aero package for the Cascadia. I chose the shiny painted metal material. I'll do that with all my vehicles because the normal, I think it's color matte 0. I don't think it looks very good, so I chose this one. So yeah, I don't know. Well, if we had to rate them, I would say 7.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Move on to another one of my favorite Freightliners, the classic FLD 120. I do like Freightliners. There's a whole story behind it. If anybody's interested, let me know. I'm not a truck driver, but my dad was. Chicken lights. I wanted a truck that looked like a Christmas tree going down the road when you used it, and this was my guinea pig for that. Simple interior, nothing special. Probably could have tweaked the colors a little bit better. Series 60, of course. And let's find the store here. From what I've seen, like everybody that's gotten to play FS25 before it's came out, the store in the menu, I like the layout better than scrolling like this. Let's see. Well, where'd I put it? And there's some that were never finished, like this 567 Pete. I never finished it. Never got to finish it. But it'll come to FS25. Yeah, there it is. Just an overall good looking truck. Different wheels. Fat wheels front. Different racks. All kinds of different racks. Fenders, bumper lights. I forgot they had that bumper. Hard bumper. Let's see. Freight shaker. I figured out how to make Textum blender when I made that FS19. That's about 5 years old. Wing and the sleeper lights, I made those from scratch. Took me forever. Different fenders, of course. Yeah, I love this truck. I will definitely convert this one. We'll say the first three that I've done so far. So the Cascadia, Ford cab over, and this one will definitely make it into FS25. I guess I can rate this one, I don't know, 9 out of 10. Just because it looks good and it'll pull anything you put behind it. Next one's this little Ford FT900. I could probably scale it down some. That's a little big. Just very basic 90s Ford Super Duty interior. Cummins sounds like 5.9, I think is what I chose, or 8.4, I don't remember. I put 5.9 in the description, but it's actually, I think it's like an 8.5 liter in real life. Oh, we're gonna do that again. But with it, I did some different stuff. So, yeah, like a tractor version for pulling small trailers. A flatbed that does have straps on it, and a box truck. We'll probably do something to make this lift gate actually work the next game. I haven't decided yet. Of course, reefer box and the AR frame for attaching silage beds and stuff like that. Different wheels. I'll probably convert this one. I do like this truck. Just I always liked the way this old ugly F-Series F800, FT900 body style from the 90s. But did that one. I did a tanker, milk, I think diesel, and water. Same options. I always keep, anytime I do a pack like this, I always try to keep the options the same. So I did that one, straight truck, and I did a feed truck, straight truck, with the RA142 Kuhn mixer, and Kuhn Slinger spreader. Might look at doing stuff like a lime spreader or something in the future with it. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm still curious about how converting mods is going to look in FS25, and I guess we'll find out once we get into it. Let's see. So, yeah, I mean, like, there's some room for improvement on it. but I don't know, 6.5 out of 10. Next truck is not a cab over. It's FLA, I believe. Freightliner cab over. Oop, wrong truck. Just pretty decent old truck. And I don't know, probably one of my favorites. The only thing I didn't like about it is the fuel tanks are huge in this thing. And I couldn't figure out how to scale them right to make it more proportionate to the actual truck. That's just how the model was. The model that I actually purchased to make this truck. Oh, dear God. Let's see. There it is. FLT, excuse me, FLA, FLT, it's the same, basically the same truck. So, basic single axle, 4x2 configuration with a sleeper. And I think I got tandem, stretch, and I should have a, yep, tag axle. Different bumpers. I did the standard plastic and painted chrome with the fog lights, chicken lights, all kinds of different fenders. And I like to try, like all my trucks, I like to try to have like similar options, but also options that are unique to this truck, like these round fenders specifically are unique just to this truck. The ones that I used for it. Hodge built fenders. Protect side boxes are pretty much standard on all of my trucks. It's an option. I do the wide or the narrow ones. Skins, I just have basic paint skins and consolidated freightways. Headache racks, of course. I usually have like the same basic racks from Merit and Ace. Of course, my tanker rack. This one was new on this truck, or new to all my trucks. Is the Dynadrom rack. For 25, I might look at actually putting a collision right there, so you can actually set stuff on it. Maybe taking the drum part out, stretching it a little bit. I think, yeah, an log rack. Is that all of them? No, just that other. It's a Protec rack. Exhaust, of course, you have your standard. Whoops, that's not it. Dual exhaust. And straight pipes, of course, for all the noise. Fairing options. You can have that kind of fairing or just roof cap, no fairings. Visors. I like visors. That was about it. I like this truck. I do. It's probably one of my favorites. Out of all the ones I've done for FS22, I don't exactly know which one my favorite is. I like them all. But I'd say that this one's definitely up there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. 10 out of 10. This is what I'm thinking. This is a self-rating too. And of course, we'll save this for last. We'll go to this one. I've done 2 Peterbilts for this game, and this is one of them. The 386, I always just liked how it looked. You had the same cab and sleepers, the 389, 379, but you had this sleek aerodynamic look, kind of like the T660 Kenworth. Cummins. That chose for the engine. Yeah, it was. Alright, X15. Had animated belts, pulleys, and fan, which turned out pretty good. Look at it in the store. I don't know, I'll probably eventually put up a poll on my Patreon and figure out what truck to convert first. But this will definitely be an FS25 at some point. But so just a pretty basic truck the way it starts out. And there's deleted different wheels. Of course, that looks better if you're going to do steely wheels. Alcoas, different kinds. I even did the aero covers for whatever reason. I just thought they looked cool. This was my standard wheel package, and that I've had since FS19. I'll probably do some improvements on it in the next game. Stretch frame. I can't remember if I added a tag or not. I don't think I did. Yeah, I did, actually. So it does have a tag axle for heavy hauling purposes. Different wrecks. Aero package is this, the actual roof cap and all that stuff. Different exhaust stacks. My favorites. Different bumpers. That was a fun one to make. Chicken lights, of course. Side boxes. Probably another 10 out of 10, I think. It's a nice truck. It's definitely a niche truck. Like, a lot of people don't like the plastic trucks, the plastic Peterbilts. Everybody's like, oh, I want a 589, or not a 589, excuse me. Oh, I want a 389, 379. Everybody wants the long nose. I've just always liked the plastic trucks. Anyway, speaking of plastic trucks, Tupperware trucks, the VNL pack. A little walk around here. If I had to say, and I may be a little bit biased, probably one of my best trucks, just as far as detail and the amount of options. Just super detailed. I was going to put something on that TV, and I just never got around to it. Cummins X15 sounds, not ISX15. This is the 860. And this is the VNX 740. Of course, there's a whole, I don't know, this is probably This truck took me a year to make, just based on like blender work and the amount of options. So it comes like this, of course, when you download it. If you haven't seen that already, you can get just a plain day cab, tandem axle day cab, VNL 300, premium day cab. It's laid out kind of like the Mac, and that was my goal, is to kind of have it laid out like the base game Mac. So it'd be kind of not really a seamless transition, but kind of like a familiar transition. So you got that one, the plain 740 with the fairings. There was a roof cap for the 740. I didn't bother adding it, because I didn't think anybody would want that option. And we have, of course, the good old 860. The 760, I didn't have a model for that one, and the ATS didn't have a model for that one for me to convert, so this is the one. Condo sleeper that we have, which is, I mean, the 760 is nothing but a smaller, it's just a shorter 860. It's basically this sleeper, but shorter. But for this one, you know, for the options you had, half-ass Monix wheels, so I just had plain Alcoas with the heavy Alcoas. You can choose hood mirrors and no hood mirrors. You had mud flaps, flow below. And that was all the options I really had on here, with the fenders and everything. Let's see, what else did I have? Bumper guards. Of course, headache racks. You gotta have headache racks. Bumpers, I had a ton of bumpers. Exhaust, of course, you know, ground exhaust, or grass burner, whatever you want to call it. Single stacks, tandem stacks. This one is just basically the day cab. It's just in a single axle version, 4x2. Roof caps, all that. Same exact options. Headache racks, bumper guards. Because I never really see a headache rack on a single axle, but I just put those on there as an option. And logos, of course. FedEx Freight. Ground. Huh, that's weird. I may need to tweak that a little bit. UPS, there's no point now because FS22 comes out tomorrow, so there's no point now. Food City. KVAT. KVAT. Averett. Well, shit back to what? XPO. Cisco. Yellow. RIP Yellow. Pepsi, Coke, US Foods for First Fleet. Saya, of course. Even though they use the VNR, which is a different truck, basically, but it's basically the same truck, just different hood, shorter hood. And AAA Cooper. Of course, I do believe that I had logos in here too, same logos. And of course, the heavy duty 740, VNL, VNX, whatever options. VNL will just have the plain fairings, no fender flares, engine tunings, same wheels, beacons, guards. I think I did. Yeah. Did different headache racks for this one. Of course, there's a lot more bumper options with this one. What the hell? Anyway. This is your VNX bumper. And here's your VNX option. Tanks and steps. This one is the AR frame. Everybody knows this one. So basically, if you have the bed pack from BC Bueller, it will work with this one. In any bed that uses that attacher joint, I think some 82 Studios uses that attacher joint, it'll work with this frame. But it's all basically the same options. Like, I tried to keep all the options the same, and there's all kinds of different tag axles and everything that comes with this that you can choose. And there might be more in the future version when it comes out for FS25. We'll just have to see. But anyway, so there's all the trucks. If I had to rate this one, I would say yeah, 7.5 out of 10. It just needs a few things for it to be perfect. I didn't get a chance to really make it perfect, but luckily with FS25 coming out, there's a chance for me to make it perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna make it an 8 out of 10. I think 8's more fair, just because it is super detailed. It's nice and it's unique. Nobody's doing these trucks but me. Most of these plastic trucks anyway. The Cascadias, Volvos, nobody's doing them but me. So alright, so let's move on to everything else here. And I probably could have narrowed this down to 10 mods, because this is the bulk of my mods. There's a few things missing, like you see the Case H Maxim's not in here, and I'll get to that as to why it's not here in a minute. But anyway, so let's do some trailers. My two favorite trailers that I've done: the All Fab dump trailer. I mean, ridiculously detailed lift axle, chicken lights, whole 9 yards. Grain door. Someone give me shit for that grain door not working exactly like it does in real life, but you know, I'm not great at animations, I never have been, and I'll admit that. So I got it in store. So here we go. All Fab end dump. Just your basic 26-foot end dump with the tarp, but it had different kinds of tarps. I had the mountain tarp, just like if you would see a coal truck in Appalachia, like Southwest Virginia or Eastern Kentucky, you would see it configured like this, sometimes with a hole cut in the side of the bed for calibration purposes, because you're not supposed to have coal above that. But for farming purposes, obviously, you don't really need that. So, mountain tarp, and this is a roll tarp. Did some finagling and made the one from the Wilson pace setter fit. I had to do some work to it in Blender to get it to work. And silage boards. If I'm not mistaken, I think I made these. I'm pretty sure I made these. Yeah. I'm not much at modeling from scratch in Blender, and never really have been. But I did model these. So, you can use a silage bed, plain old dump trailer, grain, and had two different, the options were pretty simple and straightforward. You had two sets of marker lights for chicken lights, Alcoas, and just plain steel wheels. I did a spread axle as well. I forgot I did the spread axle, but I did do a spread axle option that also has the same lift axle. You can choose stainless, more tarnished looking, chrome, used chrome, tarnished aluminum. Frame colors, I just did the standard Giants colors. But yeah, just a very simple trailer. It didn't take me long to really get it done, but I like it. It's simple, to the point, and it works really good. Does what it's supposed to, dumps how it's supposed to. I don't know, 9.5 out of 10. Here's the Fruithof pack. Fruithof. In Consolidated Freightways livery, the 96 to 2002 big CF with the red and green stripes. 2002 is when they went under. And I did not get around to making all the door logos, but this trailer will make it to FS25, so don't worry about that. Same with the Alfab. Looking at the store. So, you got your 48 foot, 28 foot pup trailer, 53 foot dry van, and they're all optioned pretty similar. There's your pup trailer. And you can do lift gate. That actually works. Thermo King reefer. Skirts if you want them, so you can do full on. Because Fruithof still makes trailers. They're not necessarily old school. But you can do either new school or you can do, the old school rib-sided trailers. Of course, I think Cisco is one of the companies that still uses if I'm mistaken, yes, Cisco still uses the rib-side trailers. So, thought I had the Cisco skin in here somewhere. You see that I have tons of skins. I just did what everybody just wanted me to do. I mean, there's probably more that I could have added, but this is what I did add. Schneider. Schneider's up the top because they don't have logos in their trailers anymore. Landstar, Estes, Felony Express, Online, Menards, AAA, Frontier, Shone, whichever. Yeah. R&L carriers. Nah, I forgot to do the little. I didn't get around. Like I said, I didn't get around to adding door logos to all of them. I was looking for. I thought I had Cisco in here. Apparently, I didn't. Grocery stores, food service. Yeah, there it is, Cisco. So if you wanted to do full on, Cisco trailers like you would see, you can. Anyway, yeah, I had tons of skins. And for the 53 foot and 48 foot, I did do a slide in tandem, which is something I had never attempted before. It actually worked out pretty well. It took a little bit of finagling in the code to get it to work right. And I think I did a spread axle for people who want to just run custom trailers. Yeah, Consolidated Freightways. I did like the retro, old school Fallen Flags to begin with. So you got CF, Mason Dixon, Central, Old Dominion, the original yellow, not the one that went under a couple years ago. Preston overnight. Food City, of course, that's still in business. And all your other skins, I don't even know. I think I added over 100. I'm not gonna go through them all, but same. Reefer, trailer skirts, rear hitch for attaching multiple trailers, liftgate on all of them, and tons of different. I mean, there's paint the frames. You can paint the box different colors, like the actual box frame itself can be painted different colors. If you want to go complete nonsense, if you can. So the only thing is, for some reason, these landing gear did not want to change colors with the frame. I don't understand. I couldn't figure out why, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, so the Freehoff pack, the only, I guess, official transportation pack for FS22. Yeah, we'll do 10 out of 10. And we'll do 9 out of 10, because it still needs, it's not completely, no mod is really ever finished, and this one definitely isn't finished. Alright, let's breeze through some equipment here. This mower here, well, let's just look at it. So in FS19, I had goals to make a side pull New Holland mower, because we had this one, and we had this one from 46 mods, but we didn't have just a plain old bumper pull top, drawbar top pull, drawbar pull top mower, and that's what I set out to do with this one, the disc bind. Options are pretty simple. Rear deflector, no deflector. Had the H7230, 209R, which the R stands for rollers and not the flail. The F would be the flail version, but this is the roller version. I may do the flail version. I haven't decided yet. 210R and Case IH DC103. Corresponding colors to go with the different models. But for some reason, like, this would not work with the drawbar. It would just not function as a mower at all. And I had to change a few things to get it to work. And it would attach, but it would attach to the back of a tractor with a 3-point drawbar. And once I tweaked a few things and figured it out, I actually got it to attach directly to the drawbar of a tractor. And that was a joint project with BSL Mods, who, I don't know why he shows up like that, but he did the 1411 and DCX 101. But yeah, so there's that. It's a Roll Belt Series round baler. I mean, not a whole lot you can really say about it. It's a round baler. It functions like a round baler. Silage tank, crop preserved. I cannot talk tonight. Silage additive tank. Yeah, there you go. Oh dear God. Sorry, my buttons are messed up. So it's basically New Holland and Case IH. But you got this configuration, the old decals, new decals, and Case IH. Of course, all the color options that you can choose to make them either the new Roll Belt series or Case IH. Additive tank, which, if it looks like it, yes, that's a fuel tank that I reimagined into a solid additive tank. But it works, so that's all that matters. I didn't rate the mower since I got it to work right. 10 out of 10. This one, yeah, 9.5 out of 10. So, my two favorite implements that I've done. And for tractors, we'll just kind of try to breeze through these. The little Workmaster Utility Series, just a basic tractor. Ladder options, wheel weights, front weights, loader, whatever you want to add to it. Canopy, I think. Pretty sure I had a canopy on it. I did. So this is the open station version. 5565 75. Fenders, no fenders. Canopy or no canopy. One of the few things that I nailed modeling it from scratch. Yeah. Just a nice tractor. Nothing super fancy. And I also did a cab version as well. So I did like the cab version a lot. This was on the mod hub at FS19, and it never made it to FS22 on the mod hub. But it did make it for PC. So I think I done, yeah, beacon options for. I think they told me it didn't have enough options. And I'm like, well, I don't know what else you want me to add to it. That's why it's on the mod hub in FS22. Anyway, 10 out of 10. That's being optimistic. Now the 82. I'm not gonna delve much into this one, but it started as a versatile, I think. Or is it, what is it in the store? I don't remember what it is. However you say that, Rostel Mash, which is a versatile. But in the 90s, Ford New Holland did brand this as New Holland for their large four-wheel drive tractors until they took, they merged the CNH and made the TJ series for New Holland and the Steiger series for Case IH. But open the door. Pretty basic. I redid the dash, added the New Holland emblem in the steering wheel, made the door openable. I think weight options and different wheel options. And only one model was the 9682. So if I had to rate this one, this is one of the first mods I did for FS22. So if I had to rate it out of 10, I don't know, we'll say probably a 7. Just because it never came to the mod hub. And still needed a little bit of work. Honorable mention, the T5 Auto Command, New Holland. Just a personal favorite tractor of mine. I converted this from FS19. It did not make it to the mod hub, but it was in the mod hub in FS19. Open the cab door, and I can't remember if I did anything else. Yeah, the sunroof. It's gotten a lot of refresh. The actual model of the tractor's got a lot of refreshing since this one first came out, so I will probably redo it for FS25. This one I haven't decided if I'm going to bring over yet, because BC Bueller made his 84 series, and once I figured out he was making that, I just kind of finished this as it was and just released it. It didn't try any further with it. This will definitely come over. This will come over with some work. So this one, T5. This is a personal favorite of mine, 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, alright. Everybody's favorite Fords. And FS19, this was just a 9600 and 8600. But I redid it. I did some work to the engine. And made a platform for the open station. Of course, decals. And we'll go in the store and look at it. I had it medium tractors, I think. Yeah. So did it as a pack. I did open station and large frame. So instead of the 8600, you have 8000, 9000, 8600, 9600. Different wheel options. It will probably get more wheel options in FS25 once it does come over. Haven't decided yet, but this will probably be one of the first mods that I work on. It never got to be completely finished because it needs an engine fan. There's some details missing here on this side of the engine that I didn't get around to making, and it needs more wheel options, but we'll get to that. Of course, the cab version. Same thing. And it'll get some more work as well. So I'll probably finish the engine model in Blender. And the 8000 and the 9000 have white cabs. So with blue fenders, so I'll probably change that, make that an option. And more wheel options. But and if people wanted a manual transmission, I mean, I'll probably add that, but it was more of a power shift. And here's the cab version. See, the FS19 version didn't have any of this, any of these details inside the cab. So this is all new. And I'd been working on it for a while, but I managed to do all this in like a matter of just a couple weeks. Helps when you're stuck on second shift for, you know, an entire summer, like I was. So these are still a work in progress, so 8.5 out of 10. And we'll skip the harvesters real quick, but I want to show you. I can't really claim this tractor, but I did add some options and other things to it. This was NEFG Modding's T6. From FS19. I added the sounds from the T7 from FS19. Just because I like how it sounded. Just really like this interior layout of the T6. It's really nice. Just a really nice tractor in real life, in my opinion. Yeah, whether you love or hate New Holland, it's just a good looking tractor. Of course, obviously I'm a fan of blue tractors, so I like it. But I converted this with his permission and did some shenanigans to it. Did I put it here or large tractors? I don't remember. There it is. So, standard New Holland blue and white. And I left his front weight options at 125, 175, or 155, 175. And that's just a standard New Holland. And I did the blue power, which changes the seat. And you get that like silver decal, metallic decal, which I think all New Hollands have now. It's like a silver stripe and then silver lettering. Left all his wheel options, there's a ton of them. Front letter attacher with the brush guard. It's just standard New Holland brush guard. Blue power. And so that's weird. Oh, there we go. I don't remember what this was. Anyway. So yeah, just a personal favorite. Now that's all the tractors, but honorable mention is it in here? Nope, I put it here. Where did I put it? There it is. The Maxim. Why it didn't make the list? Well, it's a nice tractor, but it needs work. The roof I modeled from scratch, as you can tell, as a base US style Maxim, and then you have the CVX style. The main reason I didn't add this to the list is because I only modeled up one set of wheels for it. Just because that's the only thing I knew how to do. I mean, it's still a nice tractor, don't get me wrong, but it needs some work done to it. That's why it didn't make the list. Doesn't mean I don't like it or anything. It just needs some work. Anyway, as far as the T6 is concerned, it's perfect, so 10 out of 10. I don't know why that keeps showing up. Harvesters. So, I did release the FR series and FS19 on consoles, and I re-released it in FS22, and it's one of only 2 console mods that I have on there. Just I got annoyed with the whole process, and I just give up trying to do PC mods and console mods. And I'm hoping, to change that with FS25. But anyway, Forge Cruiser series, as you can see. The whole model itself is new. Originally I had the FS19 model, but I scrapped that model and took the new model they made for FS22. Stuck it in Blender. Cabin opening door. One thing that bugs me with these harvesters is I always feel like you're looking straight down the camera. That's just how they're made, or how the cameras were set. I didn't touch it from Giants configuration. And this also 60th anniversary series. But I mean, you go on ModHub and look at it. But 480, FR480, FR550, 650, 780, 850, 920, which is the big boy. Different wheels and tires. Continental's probably my favorite. They just look the most aggressive, I guess. And I did standard, wide, duals, and crawler tracks, which is the crawler from the T9 700. Front and rear light bar. Where'd I put the light bar? I put it back here, I think. Yeah, I did put it back here. This hitch will also pull trailers, and of course the European and US. And added a second silage additive tank. So, I mean, this is, of course, colors. If you wanted a bunch of, they wanted color options, so I came up with a few that I thought looked good, and just add their normal palette for rims. Oh yeah, I mean, 10 out of 10. I think it's my favorite forage harvester. Also think it looks better than most of the rest of them. Anyway, so I guess we'll save the best for last, and that is this CR1090 combine. Now this one did not make it to the ModHub like it was in FS19. I don't exactly remember why they wouldn't take it. What they didn't like about it, I don't remember. I think I submitted it once and it got rejected, and I don't remember what the problem was with it. Something I never got around to doing, because this is still the FS19 model, 3D model. I was going to take the new one that they had added and retrofit it into this one, so to be the updated 3D model, which I'll show you. It's not a whole lot different, but it's a much more detailed model. Of course, you know, they tried to make it look halfway decent, I guess as much as they could have. But you see the steps are actually see-through on this one, and on mine they're not. Cab's different. They just did, yes, I mean, like it looks okay, I guess, but I don't like the clamp-on duals. We don't do that here in America. And you only get that one drain tank extension. And for mine, what was this one? No, it's just a... So this one's mine. You can see the steps are from 19, so they're not see-through. The muffler's black and not chrome like it was in the new one. But still, overall, a good looking combine. So you got a standard drain tank and you got the Demco XL. I actually made this. I'm proud of myself because it actually turned out really good. And US and Euro options for whatever reason. Had different wheel options and proper duals and crawler tracks. And I did the Case IH quad track crawler instead of the European New Holland one. Lighting pack, I remember who questioned this. I think it was DJ Gohan, but the lighting pack was just 2 extra work lights on the back and extra beacons on the roof. And I think they wanted more options, and I couldn't think of what other options to add other than maybe a longer pipe. But if this one does get converted to FS25, and it might not because the CR11 is on there, then I will add that and maybe some other grain tank extensions. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I stole the sounds from I think the sounds are from the FS17 version. Just because I really liked how it sounded compared to the FS19 and the 22 version. So anyway, about sums it up. Like, there's a few trucks that didn't make it on this list, and at least one tractor and one trailer that didn't make it, but this was the first mod I ever made for FS19, and I think it's fitting that I end this video with that mod in particular. It was a popular mod in FS19, it just never made it to consoles in FS22, but it is, all these are all public and all on my itch, or on my website, and I'll link all that down below, but it's all on there. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's been fun. FS22 has been an experience because I haven't had as much time to mod, I guess. I don't know how to really say that, I guess. I mean, I had plenty of time to mod, but I would have probably released more had I focused on 1 or 2 things at a time and not made, or tried to make like 4 different things at once and converting 10 different things at once. And that's what happened with a lot of these trucks and tractors. Like, the Fords were probably the first thing that make it in the FS25, followed by the T5. Just because the Fords didn't make it until like a month before the next game was slated to release. So, but yeah, now that about sums it up. These are some of my favorites. You guys let me know in the comments what you think of them or what you thought of them. Maybe tell me in a constructive manner in the comments what you think I could do better in FS25 or what you'd like to see from me in FS25. And yeah, I guess I did this video. I'm gonna try to do more videos with FS25, especially when it comes out. So I guess we'll catch you guys next time.